bloods this split. That is not going to get you to a Sunday. So, yeah, that's the primary focus.
If you win this match, Miami, you have the same match count as Optic Texas, a team that has been to 3 grand finals. Let's get it done. Right. Can you do it in a 3-0 for the best seed possible? That's the question. I got the Heretics in 3 today.
I got the Heretics in 4. I think they close it on the Scar Hardpoint.
I have Vancouver Surge in 4.
Wow.
The way Krishna,
I mean, they beat them.
Is insane.
Miles?
No.
Shift and study, even better. Love this combo. Hi, guys.
Even better.
Jay casting craze.
Jay casting craze. Turn up your headphones, Jay. Ladies and gentlemen, and get ready to love some SMGs.
Let's see what it gives me today, boys. Let's see what it gives us today.
Oh, happy Father's Day as well to you, Mr. Puckett.
Likewise,
and
brother, likewise.
Wheeler, happy Father's Day to you, Jay. Let's get this thing going, my guy. I think Miami's taking on Vancouver. Colossus Hardpoint last Sunday. Let's get it out.
If you are the Heretics, I love this map #1 pick because I think this is their most efficient hardpoint that they play as a collective unit, just due to the pacing that they set. Everyone is able to whip out an NPC and run and gun alongside your team, and you're consistently filling the gaps correctly. Ooh. So it allows Miami to just be so fast on a map like Colossus. They have already flipped the map. They're still finding their slaying presence, and ReeaL and Metals combined for 3. They have statue as well.
Yeah, really nice job here from ReeaL. Knowing the statue control is good, you can force the spawns for Vancouver to be all the way up to the top left corner of the map. Should put Super into a point of awareness that he should be being hit. And this OE and a couple of shots will aware him of that. ReeaL will drop on the pinch. Now it's time to try to hold on towards the favorite side of the map as Miami will find 20 seconds worth of time. A couple of individual kills are coming through, but Vancouver are doing the dirty work on rotation with 4 seconds remaining, and they will win the spawns for new.
Yeah, they forfeited all that 20 seconds off the P1. They're towards the next HB. Because you could lock this down for potentially a full 60, but it's all about the initial gunfights. ReeaL just walks right through top mid, finds a double. Last player's gonna be in blue lobby, but as long as he finds a kill, you still have teammates that are gonna spawn close. So Super's gotta value his life and potentially still slay.
Always able to get another, looking over the top. Oh, nice job from Super, now 4 in a row. Miami able to supplant the setup over at the spawns as well as on the hard point. But now you got 2 players for Vancouver trying to find the exact same success over to the middle of the map. Able to get a couple of kills that will move the Miami spawns out. ReeaL trying to lock things down to the back. He's in some trouble. Not at a full force to try to get him out right now, though. As Vancouver are saying, if he just sits back there, maybe that's okay. We can just play for rotation to new, and instead, it's a 4-man feed in favor of Miami, and they get the late break for scrap.
Yeah, he just let that guy sit back there. He's blocking the spawns, and now his teammates are finding the kills. So it allows the Heretics to get the break for the final 15 seconds, and now contest early off the rotation. What a play there from Super. It's a fantastic route. Now allows your team the super advantage here at P3.
Yeah, this is one of those that I feel like a lot of people have tried and said, well, maybe not worth the risk, but Super's got the movement locked. 3 in a row shut down. Trade's not fully there as Mamba and Lunarz will combine for 3. Vancouver now in a position to control over through tunnel on P3. And even better than that, they've got Nero watching over their statue side, so everyone else can just focus on this pure front position from blue. ReeaL will get 1, looking to kind of change the position to get this trade over through tunnel, which he's able to secure. So now it's a little bit of a split focus as Miami's trying to find success from the front and through tunnel at the same time, and that will move Vancouver out of the hard point.
Yeah, it was so well played from Vancouver. You had Mamba create an extra space at blue, force them to hit the OE, and then when kills go your way, we just turn your back at the wrong time, and ReeaL makes the big time play. For Miami to at least contest it, but Vancouver, even when they spawn out, they still break it in. And then the final 5 seconds are in control of the map that they want to rotate over towards the P4. So Miami got to keep on sprinting forward. Another wave of gunfights is what you need.
There for Metals. Huge win on the Lunarz will start to influence the spawns just a touch. Another win from Rincore at the middle of the map means now it's just down to clearing out these corners. Metals doesn't fully check his left. Trades will get 1. Rincore there for 1 trade and the second. Now has to value his life. Pinch on the way. ReeaL spawning out, trying to be just a bit of a distraction from the front, and he's done really well to do just that. Rincore now 5 in a row. MPC and M15 in hand.
Yes, his teammates coming up the spawn. Make sure you hard block, clear out the back lanes. I got everything locked in the front. Miami take the lead, and there's still 25 seconds here to play with. You already start off the advantage by taking 2 gunfights at statue. Now you know that the other 2 players from Surge have to commit. You don't want to give up all this time. And the longer you can test Rincore, the more possibility he's going to earn his health. So very quickly, but Craze with the gunny and the headshot stuts him down.
Yeah, Vancouver going to get some time here at the end. But a lot of this is just simply down to, well, maybe Miami got out of that position a little bit too quickly because now they're getting beat on rotation to one. Faze trying to follow up on the damage that had been dealt with, gets tagged in his own right, leaving Lunarz by himself, and he will do the job. Okay, so now Vancouver have numbers over the top of the hard point, and they're fighting for that statue control.
Yeah, everyone's matching pace right now from both sides. Now, if you are the Heretics who just lost that wave of gunfights, make sure we slow it down on our approach over towards Statue. But Lunarz and Craze are still lighting up the kill feed. Lunarz on 4 in a row. He knows that the last guy is going to be right in front of him, and the team shots are good enough to eliminate Rencore. You flip the spawns out, and you take the lead.
Yeah, Nero's in a good spot to just challenge the mantle from Statue side. Craze stunned up. Can't do too much there from the top. And now it's just down to what can Vancouver do to try to put pressure on the rotation towards New while still fighting for this whole time. 4 in a row for Mamba. Shut down, though, at 19 and 14. And Craze, now really the only hope here for Vancouver to try to flip these spawns around. Only 4 seconds remaining. Nero knows that there's someone else around the corner, but that's just good delay from Miami, who will hold the spawns, but will have to fight back into the hard point.
Yeah, the same way that Miami delay it, so do Vancouver on the opposite side. Just now with Miami getting those close spawns, they have stuns and nades that are gonna be felt, and they run right through the back door and get all 4 kills. So now you can create some extra space over towards Statue. They take the lead again, and now Vancouver banking on this long route from Lunarz.
Okay, well, Miami, nice. From Metal's getting 2. Not gonna get the 3rd, Miami still in the hard point. And ReeaL's gonna give you, well, not the full second. So Vancouver will flip the spawns and the hard point. Miami on the back foot here with 24 seconds remaining. We'll take a listen in with the Heretics.
Está muy complicado por el punto de outer. Y otra Nero, son 2, bro. Una bala de los dos.
Son los outer, sí. Son ahí los outer. Han pushado estatua ya 2. Han pushado la línea. Era 4 con el pinche
Dos Under ya conmigo. El Lunarz de cara. Otro más Under conmigo. Under, muy cara. Ayuda. Queda de cara y el de Scrap.
Cara, pushado ya. Veo uno.
La hacen todos, pero uno de izquierda, super. Ha saltado, necesito ayuda. Sí, está conmigo. Izquierda, di para azul, mata. Dos más puntos. Punto y tú no.
Una bala.
El amarillo, no hace P4, P2. Tiro pilla el punto, cuidado el piso. P4, me ha matado Walvan. Under, estoy abriendo. Otro más submarino.
Underwick, son 2 en punto.
Gracias, azul. Una izquierda, en algún lado. Chavales, vamos a botar de estatua primero. Sí, estoy en verdad que hacer estatua. No lo veo en P2, está en P2. Se va a quedar, Chema. No, sigue ahí en el P2. Está ahí en el estatua ahora.
Del punto no le veo.
Sí,
vale, Heavy Under.
Sí, no puedo hacer echar por Under.
Heavy Under, una bala.
Muerto, una doble. Un tiro ahora, un tiro izquierda el túnel. Estamos jugando al siguiente, Nacen con Heavy en ti, Vamos por la izquierda. Vamos a jugar P1 izquierda. Cuidado, Under, muerto. Una P1. Voy a bancar P1. Doble fondo, Luna.
Amarilla.
Lunarz.
Con el derecha, Mamba.
Buena, quedando con Lunarz.
Outer, no le veo. Sigue Outer.
Son dos Outer, otro más. Dos balas, apúntame a Outer. Derecha, Outer, está entrado. Otro más. Y en el close.
Miami hanging, but Vancouver keeps putting the pressure on it. Just every time you feel like Miami's got an advantage, here's the Surge knocking at the door, and they're still enjoying right around a 30-point lead as we try to finish off this next set.
Yeah, it was all about Mamba in the first set of rotations, especially the amount of multi-kills he was able to provide for his team to just keep the game scrappy. And in this second set is all Nero. Like the fact that he went on 8, almost 9 in a row at that P2 to P3 chain, earns himself this hellstorm. Even with Miami having the spawns, they have yet to get at least a good chunk of time off of this P4. And in the final 15 seconds, you might have well contested because you also got Statue to go with it.
Yeah, that works out. Okay. So the Hellstorm's spent. Miami able to still win out the scrap time nicely, but Vancouver are in position around the new Harl. So 160, 172 really nicely here for Vancouver, leaving Metals by himself. Having a little bit of a slower one today than he had previously this weekend. And he will be shut down here by Lunarz, who has been, I would say, a little bit of a small sparkle for this Vancouver team over the course of the year. And that's enough for Vancouver to get largely the better part of the first 30 seconds of this hill.
Oh, yeah, and it all starts with just locking down that statue control, making it so difficult for Miami to find the shots to take you down, and you just keep on stalling out time. And you're keeping the lead nice and comfy. Craze gonna slide on in as the lead guy, baits from Mamba, finds the effective trade. Mamba trying to finesse, and then here comes Nero. These guys are just so fast that Miami can't keep up.
That's that speed we're talking about, that maybe you're missing trakes and moments like that. Even though ReeaL is 27 and 25 with almost a minute in the hard point. 3-man feed though, Miami able to play the macro game. They're able to get back in for some of the scrap and more importantly, get themselves the setup over towards P2. A little bit of question though for Super. He's kind of playing very passively at the backside of the spawns. Take a shot in the wing. You've lost your spawn block.
That doesn't. Yeah, that's just
bad awareness, eh?
Yes, that's not even bad awareness. It's just a bad play. Like, if ReeaL's going to go for that route, Super needs to hard block, not go out there and contest the gunfight, because once ReeaL finds the kill, no one's blocking the back. Vancouver are going to be blessed with those back spawns, but still able to somehow manage it strictly off the gunny. Metals pops a double, and Miami is still trying to hold on for this final 30 seconds, but those are plays that you can't really afford at this moment of the game.
Yeah, mistake mitigated for the large part, and that will lead to a potential lead swap here as Vancouver's going to give it one more try from the front, but Metals, talk about starting to heat up a little bit. 4 in a row, Hellstorm on the way. Lunarz low will fall to Metals SMG as well. Lead swap here late for the Heretics. Super will fall, trying to play that rotation out of 2 to tunnel. Metals looking for more blood though, as Craze in front of him. Able to get a little bit of help from Super off his respawn, and now all of a sudden, you've got a lot of opportunity here for your Miami with that extra Hellstorm earned.
Yeah, you also have the numbers here, so you gotta try to take these fights, but by the time you do, you lose every single player. So this is gonna be a quick Hellstorm invested out of Metals, but you don't really have teammates in a position to influence spawns in any certain way. So you're gonna back them down in the tunnel and hope to God that this front push is gonna work.
Yeah, Super trying to find the first pick, but he will drop. Rencore now the last one left. He will also fall. Not good news. You called it perfectly, Jay. The Hellstorm just a little bit too premature, but you hit the panic button, and Vancouver are able to punish and still stay very healthy inside the hardpoint. Lunarz now on the SMG, lining up a lot, and that's just a straight blender in there. Craze, Lunarz will get all 3 Heretics players playing through tunnel. Craze able to find the 4th outside.
Still win here, too.
Still can if you can stay in the hardpoint.
Not anymore.
Wait, they're not in the hardpoint anymore. So now it's just trying to get as close as possible and make sure you hold the spawns for new. Miami, though, are pushing forward, able to find 1 and get a little bit of time, but 3 will drop. Last one left alive. 4-man feed. Vancouver all daylight towards P4.
And this is where everybody whip out your knife and just sprint all the way across the map, because Vancouver with a clean 4 dead are already going to guarantee a lot of space. Craze at the statue. Lunarz locking it up. Vancouver take map 1. This is a lock.
Well, Miami have a couple players in the front. Hold on a second, and they get the
4
third.
dead.
Oh no, not like this. Vancouver's going to start to spawn out. ReeaL's going to get the read that there is still one more player in the back. It's Lunarz. Rencore going to hold him. The rest of the hits starting to develop through the middle of the map. This is all going to try to come around the backside. If this doesn't work, Vancouver may not have time to get another setup. You've got to find a way to work around the back. 3 kills will fall. Super the last one left. He's trying to play forward, but he cannot leave the hard point. Oh, he had to pick and choose his battle.
Every roster that these guys have been on love to play raid, and it's usually through the aggression. But Super, instead of the sniper, he's got the M15, and the team shots from him and Lunarz leads to the first blood.
Yeah. Full 4-man hit down for Miami. Going to take back toward kitchen. Okay. Gonna clear out B with this information. That's huge. Looks like Miami are obviously very aware that they could have lost this laundry position on top of that, which there may be a big battle here. Miami's just running together. Mamba's gonna get the read. Gonna reset up the pinch on the other side, but Miami are fully prepared for that flawless opening round.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. You get the first one.
We're looking to try to get ReeaL active as one of their forward players, and that will indeed be the case. It'll be Metals and ReeaL running together alongside a couple of players here. Whoa, hold on a second. This is a huge hit for Miami, but largely read by Nero. ReeaL will still get money window. Awareness is up and active, though, for Vancouver. Coming back to it, Lunarz trying to get ReeaL out of the play, and he will find the kill. Huge numbers advantage, 3v1 for Surge.
And now it's Rencore left in a 1v3. Does have the bomb in hand, no ninja. So he is going to be loud every time he takes a step, but he gathers info onto Mamba, not able to finish the kill. Now Vancouver are starting to surround him. Or not.
Well, I'm not going to play for the plant just yet. 40 seconds of the clock to play with in this 1v3. He's got a lot of space here on the backside of the play, but Vancouver's not playing untradeable positions right now. Everyone's watching a lane. Look for contact, then follow up and help. And then all of a sudden, like round 5, he'll pull out a sniper rifle, and that will change how the map is being played. But he's got it out this round. Took a shot over towards Art, and then a follow-up. Lunarz will fall. So he speak of the devil, he shall appear. Rencore over the top. Mamba gets the read. Now he's on the hunt. And look at Miami once again after that first blood. They're trying to reset up back over towards kitchen. Nice shots from Craze. That damage is appreciated, and it's enough space for Nero to plant.
Now Miami a little bit frantic on this retake opportunity because there's no one in a position to spot them on the exit. 10 seconds already gone. It's another battle here at Laundry.
Well, Super with a pistol, able to find another. What can Craze do on this backside? Finessing, trying to create some space, trying to kill the clock too. He's done a really nice job on both fronts. Now it's down to can you actually find the kills as he tries to get aggressive. Miami finds the kill. Nero, re-wrap. Able to find the first. You have to stay away from the trade. Is not quite able to.
Oh my
Super,
goodness.
you try to go back to Super's direction with that push through. You have to figure that if there's anyone else on this A site, they're probably playing back. That is indeed what the case is. It's Lunarz is playing on the staircase, and Super, I believe, has seen him. Kobe. Oh, with the tags, he thought maybe, not quite.
Yeah, but now Lunarz is trying to
work.
set them up, and it's another nade over the top to eventually find that kill. So man up for Miami. Everyone is just getting fragged. Someone rock flag jacket, because now it's 35 seconds left. And Miami have to get this bomb planted, but they have info on both.
But the pressure is still, you have to play off the objective. That damage on the Nero, thought maybe would pull the bomb onto plant, but now you've got Mamba in a spot to possibly contest this, but he's not going to have the angle from here. Nero trying to find space to deal with the bomb. Not going to happen, but these shots on the exit are good. Now the 1v2. Rencore playing backside laundry. Shots already coming out. Trying to isolate, but not Rencore. 0-3, so is Craze. Super. After the ace, 6-2. Nice teamwork there as the nades pre-fires will land onto ReeaL. That's the only defender at B. This puts a ton of pressure on Miami to have to make a play, and looks like Metal's gonna be the one to try to instigate that by playing over through water steps. It does not stop Nero from planting the bomb. He's stuck at Tiki though, and his teammates have been pushed all the way back towards bedroom. So now you gotta try to clear him out, but oh, Nero actually finds the timing, finds himself two shots. Team shots coming out. Nero may not have gotten the credit for the third.
That bomb, you can't afford those mistakes.
It's tough. Oh,
damn.
Man. Okay. I mean, fireworks all over Raid. But ReeaL's going to commit for the plant. This is a bold call. It gives you a potential win condition. Smoke will come down. ReeaL will get out. Look at this retake, though, at Art. Rencore is going to be in some trouble. Yeah, he will not expect that there's also a play backside driveway. ReeaL trying to blow up the van. Doesn't get there in time. Super, re-pinching the route. Bomb's already been defused by Lunarz. This is just too clean for Vancouver, my friend.
It's just way
I'm a
too
little
easy.
confused on how Miami, well, first of all, they're getting naded in the first 15 seconds. That doesn't give you much of a chance to give yourself a go at some of these rounds, but they're still trying to play for these hard, heavy stacks, like this one right here, which they're able to catch Mamba, but there should be trades, and almost Craze able to get two. Lunarz trying to follow behind that. Water steps, retaken by Nero, but whoa, couldn't get the last bullet, and Super turns to find the kill. And now, yeah, it's just everyone's low. Everyone's getting the...
Yeah, I would think this is a perfect time to go for this plant, but
Same.
still a little bit hesitant because there's no one watching the pinch. There's also not going to be anyone watching over the bomb carrier, but here comes Surge from back laundry.
Yeah, they're trying to triple hit this. Stun will land, and ooh.
Connects on two.
Yeah. But Surge are going to re-wrap back through water steps and then try to contest through pillars, if not maybe even get through Zig. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. So now all of a sudden you're 30 seconds and you talk about that window to plant. It's
Yeah,
close.
losing it.
Absolutely. Nero's going to play for contact. Look, see if you can find the bomb planter. Can't see it. Yeah. Big stretch. So Rencore will get the bomb down. Can he get out? No. But nice shot from Super. Keeps the players out of Surge. Back behind pillars, 2v2.
35 seconds to go. If you're a Surge, you know that Miami love to play this re-wrap stuff, but you just got it for the first 10 seconds. You gather the information is still locked at laundry. Lunarz. Vancouver now at game point, and for Miami, who need this win to guarantee winner's bracket, you better start the fight back, because it might be the same exact result here, 6-3.
Holy cow. Well, Miami's going to throw a little bit of aggression into the mix here. ReeAl's going to hit the water out through pool. Rencore watching from backside Tiki. Super just playing over towards the top window, but there's a streak in the way. I didn't realize Mamba had earned that. So that's the Hellstorm call, and they're going to move this over towards A. Rencore and ReeAl seen. Freeze frame. Here we go. Nero able to find first blood. And Metals, I don't know if he's fully been known, but whoa, Craze overstays maybe the welcome on that gunfight just a touch. Nero also in some trouble. But Lunarz able to time the kill onto Metals. Bomb not planted yet. They're trying to play for the kills, and they're going to find the kills. Oh my. Not the way they would have anticipated.
Super's going to be the only lead blocker, but that's not going to turn into 4 dead. Vancouver have some space to work with.
Oh, good patience there from Craze. Not just running forward with a couple of dead. Now he's going to play off the pinch too and actually find another elimination. So he has a chance here to just run right down middle and help his teammates here over towards the potential score. Nero trying to create that space. EMP behind that, but the rest of Vancouver aren't fully there. Now they're trying to follow up, but Rencor's getting a lot of damage in. Kraze in some trouble, trying to dance off the top of the staircase, but lands right into the lap of Super, and the EMP will be grabbed and try to be pulled back for distance. Metal's able to get one. Nero still keeping the play alive, but Miami will hold.
Yeah, Miami got to continue to hold, though, because Vancouver are still knocking on the door. Now it's Kraze's opportunity. Potentially catch a couple players lacking off the respawn. Already Super is going to fall, but the reset goes down. And look at ReeaL, just trying to keep it as safe as possible, disregarding all human life in his spawn.
Yeah. Good stuff there from Mamba to shut down any forward play out of ReeaL. You got to be a little bit careful here if you're Vancouver. You've got field side, sure. Metals is through. Rencor's in a position to watch the exit through mid, and both are going to find kills. You need to keep your life and find a couple of wins here if you're Vancouver. Otherwise, you're going to turn into a straight runaway towards A. The Kraze, oh, so slippery. Doesn't finish the kill initially, but is able to transfer back over to find two, and that saves a potential score for Miami.
Yeah, that's such a big play. You could potentially turn it into a bigger play if he won that gunfight through top blue, but that's an M15 versus a NPC, and he almost got the better of Rencor there, but did a good job of getting that stop. Now, still gonna keep up with the pacing. You just gotta find these last two players, and they keep on getting to this spot and just can't get past this fast last wave. Miami get another stop.
Nades are landing, though. Rencor in a little bit of trouble. Mom's able to find a couple. Rencor's low, keep in mind. The pistol doesn't work out for the initial. Nero's able to find the kill, but he's low on health. Kraze with the follow-up. EMP grabbed, avoids the nades, and gets one through the goal.
One their life, but they get sniffed out by Mamba. And thankfully, no one from Vancouver even near that EMP, so you're able to fill the gaps instantly.
Yeah. Well, Miami kind of holding back just a touch here, looking for these nades to land. They do find a little bit of damage, and Super will get some space to run through mid. Oh, interesting force battle here from Mamba. He will drop. A lot of space given on the backside of this play, but at least Vancouver can find a couple of kills to at least keep the map largely in their name. Walking shots, Lunarz through the wall, able to connect on the last remaining health of Rencor, and now Mamba's behind you. Gets the first. Doesn't predict the timing perfectly on the second. Nero is caught between a rock and a hard place, and hold on a second. Miami's going to have 4 dead. There's going to be a chance for ReeaL to get possibly up to top green, and the EMP will be in Rencor's hands.
They want to make sure they turn this into the last push. Great shots out of ReeaL, just rips Mamba in half. But they're trying to work it through Motel. Crazy will respond with 2. You're going to turn it into a 2v2, but Super almost gets it done.
And ReeaL will shut down 1. Pops over, doesn't quite get the second. That'll be 3 dead again.
And now it's a 1-on-1. Rencor, just keep your life. Stole a lot of time. Vancouver had the EMP in their possession. Rencor's taking a lot of space. So if you are the Surge, you jump up here and you give him that first kill. It might cause you some issues, but it's Mamba and Nero already finding 2. And now ReeaL's all the way on the opposite side of the map, almost gets the score. But thankfully, Vancouver are showing that teamwork. I'm not going to leave you by yourself, buddy.
That was a little too close for comfort, though. Almost a sneaky play from ReeaL, but now we're down to 2:25 on the clock. Vancouver still holding on to the EMP. Miami, little sense of urgency here, trying to find the EMP carrier. Lunarz is essentially by himself, but here's a pinch coming out over the way. Kraze able to find one, just traded. Nero trying to keep the EMP safe. ReeaL hoping and praying pistol shots will come through. And from the bad side, we're still dealing with Vancouver and a massive possession advantage, and they finally find the
leader's advantage in overload. It allows Vancouver to just play the way that they're doing it. 45 seconds left. This push needs to work out, but we lose our lead blocker. We're consistently getting pushed back, and we only have 35. We need to go.
Oh, man. It's just not able to happen. Nero, huge double. One more from the middle of the map. Okay. Nero will put the staple on the end of this game. And it's just another moment of, like, what is happening with this Miami Heretics team? And are we blasted? Maybe the best move out there is the one that everyone's afraid to say. Maybe the ReeaL and Trakes conversation isn't the real one. Maybe it's about what happens with Metals, man. I mean, it's so many moments that he's been either, what we've often said is, like, if he plays well, Miami's going to win. But that's a question mark. And that's just not a great map for Metals, and Miami just gets abused again by the Vancouver Surge at the bottom of the standings.
Guy joining us in the Monster Winner Spotlight, the one and only Mamba. Mamba, you're not making it to champs. We look at the math, and it's not in the cards here for Vancouver. So this is your champs in Paris. Talk to me about the final fight for the team in blue.
I mean, like I said in other interviews, we're just trying to ruin people's events, ruin people's weekends. I mean, I just want to see people get off that stage with a sad face, knowing they have to go to champs, not confident at all. So I'm just trying to ruin people's days and have fun at the end of the day. And I'm trying to get that bread.
Send them back and take their money.
I noticed something you guys exploited today on the side of Miami was your guys' tack usage was incredible. And I know everybody's always preaching that in their camp, but you guys had, I think it was 3 or 4 First Bloods with nades today in Search and Destroy. Where do you think that comes from? You guys practicing those in private match?
Yeah, actually, yesterday I got on their ass saying that we need to get in the server and get like actually our nades down, and we were practicing our nades. I mean, shout out Caesar Skies. I mean, so now I'm teaching the guys. So I mean, shout out him.
Yeah, you're putting that tape out there. People are gonna be using it against you now. Get ready.
Yep.
Mamba, I loved your interview last time so much so that going into the series, I picked you guys saying, look, they wanted to ruin days. I think this is a perfect opportunity. You certainly did. Miami now staring down the barrel of elimination. I want to talk to you a little bit about, like, as a team, what you guys have been hoping to work on throughout the entirety of the split, and if you feel like you accomplished those goals, you know, how confident you're feeling going into Major 4, even considering the situation, all the noise aside, how are you guys feeling?
Right now, we're just all trying to get on the same plan or game plan. Like we're having a little trouble, like little situations that like maybe you develop over like so many like stages that we're just messing up the little things right now. But like, I mean, we only have what 1 day of practice, 2 days of practice, so we got to fix those little things and just kind of go off that. But as far as confidence-wise, like I think we're all confident. Like we have nothing to lose. So I mean, we just have to make sure we follow our game plan in game or like in a match, and we're good.
Yeah.
Mamba, have you ever been on a cruise?
No, but I'm actually planning one with Craze after the season.
I was going to say, so if you were on a tiny boat and you could only pick one pro player to room with, is it Craze?
It's got to be Craze.
No.
What?
No. Who is it? Anyone but Craze. That's brutal.
Yeah,
Anyone but Craze? I'd probably say my guy Kyle Krem. I mean, like me and him just vibey. Like we're always gonna have a vibe, you know. Like so, like
too much meat in one room. You guys are huge dudes. All right, Mamba, I gotta let you go. We got 2 more matches. Congratulations on a victory tonight. That's our Monster Winner Spotlight.
Thank you. Have a good one.
That is Mamba. Congratulations to Vancouver. We're about to kick off a second match featuring Mamba's old team, and his old teammate Skies lit up the world with these snipes and pistol plays. Let's take a look at the reactions.